Hello. Welcome to the live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, the previously recorded stream. Getting everything set up, so it'll take just a second to get us going. Getting everything set up, so it'll take just a second to get us going. A little bit of an echo there that you don't need to hear, so I've just paused it. Itch. That looks like that's working. Looks like this is working here. Got a couple minutes to 8 o'clock, so getting ready to work on a brand new Finding D strip. Oh, wow, this thing's got subtitles. Awesome. Oh, and they work really good too. Wonder if I could taunt them. Hey, Gray. Welcome to the live stream. Just going to wait a couple minutes for other people to show up and get started. And I'm just noticing that this software actually is doing live captioning, which is awesome. I want to see if I can tempt it. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela. Oh my God, that's really fast. That's impressive. That technology is impressive. I'm just going to say that right now. So I got two folks in here. 7:59. I can hear the clock in the background of the church across the way that chimes loudly. And as always, I will answer questions and all that fun jazz as we go and try to give some running commentary and all that fun jazz. So let's get this reduced as it is now officially 8 o'clock and we shall begin the stream. Islands in the stream. Just got to get my screen all adjusted here so that I can see the chat whilst at the same time being able to see my drawing window. As always, from the months of really, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year, but specifically from like September to June, runny nose. It's a huge pain in the butt. This live stream brought to you by Red Water. Water with Kool-Aid, sugar-free, squirted into it. Because even though I should just drink the regular water, every now and again, I need some form of flavor. If I get nashi, planters, relax, go nuts. Okay, so we have got a couple folks here watching. As always, new folks will chime in. I'll start over when a few new people say hello and kind of give the routine. I'm working on a new strip here for Finding D that will be running the end of January. I've already got my blue lines set up. I always try to get the blue lines set up in advance because that takes the most work of the process and is probably the least fun to watch. Especially in a case like this where you'll notice it's the same camera shot the entire time, which I like doing that in the cartoons and the comic strip stuff. It helps to set up the comedy for me. I feel it helps set up the comedy gags. I'm going to start on the upper left-hand corner, which I can do digitally. Normally, again, when I'm working traditionally on paper, because I'm left-handed, I'll start down here at the bottom. But since I'm working digitally, I'm going to start at the left, work my way down. Let's see. Ooh, that's the squiggler. This is a cool brush I found. I was doing a commission for some friends, like a present in like a peanut style, and I actually was able to find a brush that does the kind of late 80s or through the 90s Charles Schultz squiggle line. Look at that. It does the squiggle for me, so I don't have to do it. I got pretty good at replicating the squiggle, but yeah, that's kind of awesome getting that squiggle. So where is my leaky Larry? Lando Calibrusian. Yes, I use a brush called Lando Calibrusian, usually set to around 17 points to do my inking. I set my inks to black. And this is going to be another strip in the ongoing storyline of my pancreatitis from this past summer. This will be the first trip where I'm home, back from the hospital. I'd spent about 4 days in the hospital back in July, and it was a lot of fun. Whee! Looks like we've got 5 people here in the stream. Everyone say hello. I can see comments. I can answer questions live, and the more questions you ask, the more I have to talk about. And I'm not just going to repeat the same stuff over and over again. So, give me something to talk about. We'll get going and we'll have some fun. It doesn't have to be about the strip. It can be about other stuff, other comics. It can be about my novels that I'm working on, the werewolf novels. It can be about the weather. It just started snowing a little while ago. Ugh. Um, all kinds of fun stuff. It can be about whatever. So here's the basic setup for the strip is I'm home from the hospital, and there's Poe looking cute, and there's me being happy to be home. So let's go. I do dare to demand of doom. Hey, Sabrina. Writer and my collaborator on her comic Giant Girl Adventures. Returns this Friday with brand new pages. We are really excited to finally show off the pages we've been working on during the break. Well, yes, but it was your comic before it was my comic, so. We're on to 15, actually. Yeah, we've got a bunch of great pages that we've banked into the queue so that we have a really nice buffer of pages, and I'm building up a nice buffer of strips for Finding D here. So that when we come back from the hiatus from both of it, this will be starting up in I think next Friday will be the first of the new Finding D strips. Will be running, and this Friday is the next Wednesdays. Finding D's are Wednesdays, and the new Giant Girl Adventures page on giantgirladventures.com will be running on this Friday, which is the first new page. We're back from our hiatus. I'm super excited. Tons of great stuff coming. I'm still working on my novels. I'm editing the first one. I'm writing the 5th one. Looking at a bunch of different ways of publishing that. Seeing some really cool things that they do on Amazon Kindle where you can actually publish it by chapter. That looks interesting. And I kind of wrote them that way, so I think that would be a neat way to kind of get them going. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, do not hesitate to ask. It makes the whole process a lot more fun, no matter what the question happens to be. Yeah, I wrote the books very much the way we used to write with the like, the Sim stuff, so each chapter has that whole kind of, "Hey, it's a" I introduce the characters and all that stuff. So I think that that might be a neat way to get people invested in it, you know, rather than just a complete, "Hey, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book." The critic. As always, the nose takes me a while. Getting that very specific arc down is just difficult for me. God, I love these brushes in Clip Studio Paint. They're just so smooth. I get these really, really beautiful, luscious, thin, thick lines. Thank you. I've been looking into it. I've got some friends that are releasing a book that way. I want to kind of hit them up for some questions and see how that's been working for them. I do the nose first. The nose goes in the center of the face first, and then everything else follows the nose. I usually do the no I try to do either the nose first or the bangs first. Kind of dictates. I draw 3D, so anything that's in the front of other objects have to come first, but that dictates the direction of the head and the face and everything. My weird unintentional mullet that I've got going on because of the this is the leftovers remnants from the that undercut that I did last summer. It's almost grown out to full length, but when I put my hair up like this in a ponytail, it sticks out both the back and the sides too. So I'm drawing that in here because it'll be kind of cute because my hair was up. Ponytails for this gag, and I think it's cuter that way. Because I don't sit with my hair down when I'm at home. I usually put it up, so I'm not eating it. Yes. Usually on my face, the glasses are the thing I draw last. I draw them with I draw like the least amount of pressure on the pen, so the lines are really, really whisper thin. Sometimes they don't even completely connect on the corners. I just kind of they're just these little indication lines. Figure out the boob line. Little night shirt. Jammy bottoms. Usually for the comic strip, I'll do like little heart jammy bottoms, which is what I'm going to do here. Even though almost all of mine are peanuts, it's just I'm trying to do it for the comic strip, and I don't want to get like hyper detailed in the pants. I haven't decided what's going to go on the t-shirt. I may end up putting something in post if I can't think of something cute. But for now, as I draw, I'm going to kind of leave it blank and figure that out as I work. I'll take suggestions. I say that mantra regularly. Screw you, pancreas. Unfortunately, it screwed me back, so such is life. Get a little Poe action in here. So got about 5 folks watching right now. So who all is here? I can't see who's here unless you say something. If you're watching, feel free to chime in, say hello, ask some questions. I can go through any of the spiels at the drop of a proverbial hat. Working on this brand new Finding D strip. It's going to be running at the end of January. Even though it's a bit of a pain, I always draw Poe's hair open-ended. Means I have to go in with a white and kind of brush it all out. But it just looks better than when I've tried doing closed hairstyles, but it just doesn't work. Live by the cheese, die by the cheese. Hi, Brian. Welcome to the video. We're doing a little live inking here. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Hey, Joseph. Welcome to the video. Same goes for you. If you have any questions about anything, about Finding D, about Giant Girl, about the novels I'm working on, about anything. No Spider-Man spoilers. Somebody might not have seen it. And if you got Giant Girl questions, Sabrina's here as well. So we can field those all night long. Again, I actually don't have little pants with little hearts on them. Most of them all have Peanuts characters on them, but in this case, it's mostly about the repetition and about selling the visual that I'm wearing jammy bottoms. I hear a puppy. I do hear a puppy. We have a live appearance by a Poe. Hello, Poe. Yes, I got kisses. Good baby. Yes. I got puppy kisses, yes. It is a very explanatory name. Gray says hello, Poe. Make my hair look a little messier here since I'm at home. And I was a mess when I got out of the hospital. I was not well put together. There was a shower in there, but you got to kind of shower with the arm that's got the IV hanging out. And Heidi kind of reaching in and trying not to get wet. Help me out. For certain obvious reasons, that one didn't make it into the strip. If it was a daily strip instead of a weekly, I probably would do more about the hospital stay and stuff like that. And I wrote a lot, but I realized if I draw all of it as a weekly comic strip, the weekly adventures of me being in the hospital with pancreatitis will end up going on for like 3 months, and I will lose what readers I still have. So I kind of tried to compress the storyline down into the key moments and the more funny gags, since it is still a weekly strip. Probably do contour lines, like nice big thick contour lines, but I'll do that at the end where I have a better idea of where it's going to need it. Hey there, Sophie. How are you doing? Welcome to the video. So yeah, like I said before, if anyone has any questions about anything, don't hesitate to ask. Always assume, yeah, we got a couple new folks coming in, so I'm working on a new Finding D strip. I can answer questions about the strip, about the werewolf novels I'm working on, about the Giant Girl, which new pages of Giant Girl launch this Friday at giantgirladventures.com. Sabrina and I have been working really hard on some new pages that are awesome. I am doing good. Really sleepy today. Like the holiday weekend really lingered in my system. Who put the bomb in the bomb shabam shibab? Skeletor. It was a plot to kill He-Man. Yeah. I have no idea who put the ram in the Ramalama Ding Dong, though. Here, I can't actually do a copy paste of anything because it's a slightly smaller scale for this second panel. I do actually have to redraw the chair and everything. I got that song stuck in my head. Yep. Brush size just a smidge here because I don't go too much smaller with the brush size because I don't want the brush points to get too fine because then the details get unrealistically small. I like it to be something that I could replicate if I was using an actual physical tool. Yeah, but the autocorrect gave me the bomb joke. Yeah. So in that case, the autocorrect helped my humor, such as it is. Distraught D because very often distraught D is default state in the strip. Mostly because blissfully happy D is not quite as much fun. Well, it is for me, but comedy wise, distraught is funnier. Laugh, laugh at my pain. I have to. Oh boy. Hey Lou, how are you doing? Welcome to the drawing video. Working on a new Finding D strip. This one will be running at the end of January. I got about, I think this is the 5th strip in the queue, so I'll have a nice 5-week buffer by the time, or 5 or 6-week buffer by the time the new strips start running, which is a nice buffer to have. Everyone I know has been tired all day. I was exhausted from like the minute I woke up. So was Heidi. I think Sabrina was too. Like everyone I know has been tired all day. I think this weekend just sucked the life out of all of us. Christmas was like a vampire this year. Santa is a vampire. Ho, 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 ho. Set to drain. Did Adam and Eve have navels? Well, if Renaissance artists are to be believed, yes. I believe that that's because they came from birthing chambers with umbilicus. That's what traces the roots to the alien technology that birthed them. Like I said, any question, I'll make up something. And it keeps the conversation more interesting than me narrating the same thing I've already said 15 times. Let's see, we got 7 folks in here. So I might have some new folks in here. Anyone else who has not chimed in to say hello, feel free to do so. Let us all know you're in here. Say hi, ask some questions, all that fun jazz. Aliens. I have no idea what that guy sounds like. I've never actually seen the clip. I've only ever just seen the memes. Desi, hello. I'm here. I'm doing the video, so you don't have to be distraught this week because I didn't do a video last week. Desi was very distraught about that fact. How are you feeling? Are you feeling better? I hope you're feeling better from last week. Yeah. I got sick about a week and a half ago, and I still have a little bit of a lingering cough. Just a regular sick, thankfully. So you have to treat everything like it's COVID. Take the tests, all that fun jazz. Put the jam in the bam. See, it's still stuck in my head, Sophie. Although there is still a precedence, this goes back to that panel that I did at MegaCon a few years ago, where it was only me up on the panel, and I did in fact start by singing Journey, like just a small town girl. Why do we drive on a parkway and park in a driveway? Because we secretly live on Bizarro Earth. And I am upset about that fact. Makes me angry and I hate you. Hopefully you understand Bizarro references. Otherwise, it thinks I just insulted you, but I'm guessing. Wait a minute. Ooh, Poe's eyes look weird. Erase tool, because that did not work at all. That's better. Face looks familiar here. It reminds me of a cartoon or something. What was it? Wait till your father gets home or something. Might just be in my head. Cranial smoke. Always remembers. Why does the dog have Wolverine claws on his head? Because Poe's the best at what he does, but what he does is pretty cute. Bub. Snick it. Are you going to bust out the backwards Superman S shirt? I might put that on my shirt here on the strip. That might be it, since it'll be an in-joke to the... Yep, be an appropriate in-joke for the commentary track. So that when this strip eventually runs and you all see it, everyone who watched the video will get why I'm wearing a Bizarro shirt. Very good idea. You win the booby prize, or the no prize in this case. I always tried to get a no prize back in the day. I always wanted that empty envelope. Brush locked up. Does that every now and again. Clip Studio, I need more RAM on this computer, but Clip Studio has a tendency to kind of lock up on me a little bit when I'm drawing and streaming at the same time. Mark, a friend of mine got a no prize. I think it was after they technically stopped doing them. They begged for them to send it out. Nice. How are you doing, Mark? How goes the creation on your end? Snoopy mug, because literally all of my mugs are Charlie Brown or Snoopy related. That's not the one I'm drawing. That'd be way too complicated. Just popping in. Rich will yell at me if I'm not working. I can already hear the whip. Yeah. Chain you up in a catacomb of the damned, then you'll have to pray to various gods to get out. Glad you popped in. Thank you for saying hello, coming in. Add some color commentary. Maybe kind of coming in here to help out. So yeah, let's do a little zoom out so everyone can see where we're at, and we'll kind of do a start over with the commentary, which I like to do every little bit in here. Sorry, because the season for post-nasal drip, prenatal dip too. The pause that refreshes. Okay, so I've done my bodily function break here. As you can see here, I'm working on a new Finding D strip. This one's going to be running at the end of January and is at the end of what's going to be the pancreatitis arc. Back in July, I was in the hospital for a few days with pancreatitis, and it took me months to recover, and I'm only just now kind of getting back to normal. I still have little bouts where if I overdo it and eat too badly, my stomach will go and, yeah, bitch, no, calm the fuck down. Had one just the other day, actually, where I was down all day with bad stomach pain. Ugh, I wish that wasn't the case, yeah. So here is the first day at home back from the hospital and my soup diet. So I was on broth for a few weeks. I'm gonna put in the backwards S Bizarro shirt here for sake of the joke. It's gonna be very difficult to draw the backwards S here. And no, I'm not worried about copyright claims. That stuff is not an issue with parodies and things like this. That was a great idea because now it's a little in joke for everyone who watched the stream. Haha. The way there's so much movement going on, I don't really think it's going to benefit me to do any like copying from panel to panel because me and Poe and Heidi are moving so much in the strip itself. I really don't think I'm going to save any time if I copied anything. Generally, in a strip where there's just a lockdown like that, I'll copy this. I'll copy background elements. I just don't think it's going to help me here. Yeah. Generally, my week schedule breaks down. I work on finding these strips on Tuesday. I'll write them throughout the week whenever an idea occurs to me. I have a little Google document where I can, if I jot down an idea when I'm, if we're out at dinner or if we go to karaoke, I'll, jot down an idea. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hugs right back at you, Sophie. Hope your day goes well. Hope your evening is well. So yeah, my schedule basically is Tuesdays are my Tuesday night. I draw to do little live videos and work on new finding D strips. Wednesday I'll usually start inking or work on blue lines for Giant Girl pages. I've got one more page of blue lines I've got to work on. I got a page to review with Sabrina and a new page, and we've already got a new page of inks to start on, but we like to get about 3 pages of blue lines in the can before I start inking them, because that's momentum seems to work really good if we could work in little batches of 3 like that. Um, and then, like, in the morning before work and then a little after work, whenever I feel like it, I'll probably work on, I work on some chapters and stuff like that for the novels I'm working on. I'm working on a series of, werewolf novels in my spare time, which is such as it is. About on chapter, I think, 15 of the 5th book in the series, and still editing the 1st book because I'm slow when it comes to editing. And planning on, I'm looking into doing this something I learned about. I think it's called Vela, but I'm not sure. Where you publish on Kindle chapter by chapter, and people can kind of read it and get into it that way. And I'm really intrigued by that. Got a little wobbly stomach here. So I got a little work done on that this morning. I usually work a little in the morning, a little at lunchtime, sometimes in the afternoon or evening if the ideas occur to me. I've not been doing too much writing over the holidays. I've just been kind of letting it kind of simmer for a while. But I've written the better part of 4 books over the last year. I've been kind of obsessed with them. Very excited about finally getting them published. Been hemming and hawing about how I wanted to do that for quite a while, and definitely decided to go with the self-publishing route because, again, I'm so far down the route with this that when it comes to the editorial, I'm just such a control freak. I don't want to be told what I can and can't put in these books at this point because they're so already written. And I just really don't want somebody telling me, "Oh, you should change this character or that plot I don't like," or whatever. Editorial over something like, grammar or that doesn't make sense is one thing, but editorial over content, I've been self-publishing my own stuff for too long now with my cartoons and my comic strips. Some little wispy curls here from my little leftover mullet curl from my undercut still growing out. Commentary from earlier feeding back over. Like I was saying earlier with the glasses, I always draw them with the thinnest line I can get with the same tool. I mean, I've got a friend that's doing beta reading on the books, and she's offered up some editorial as well. Basic grammar stuff like that. Sabrina's offered me some really great tips, editorial stuff, and I've got another friend who's going to be doing some editing as we go into the new year, like do more of an official edit. And once I get some, some of the more, grammatical edits done, I'm going to start running them chapter by chapter, I think. And I think that'll be a fun way to kind of see if I can get people into these things. I'm just really excited to start sharing them. I've been working on these for so long. I'm really invested in the characters and I'm really excited to finally have these things out there, and as novels as well. I mean, they're not illustrated, they're not comics, they're just straight prose novels. And I'm really, really excited to finally have these stories that I've been kind of living in for the last year and get them out there. And I think doing like a chapter a week is going to be a fun way to go. If I did all of the books as they're currently written, a chapter a week, I think I could be publishing them for 4 years at this point now before I'd run out of material. And that's if I didn't write another word from this point on. And I am definitely writing more words because I've got this book laid out, plotted, and then the entire next book is roughed. Like I've got the rough plots all worked out. I'm actually going to do the lettering here by hand, I think. Just I prefer it for Finding D. Oh, you know what? That brush that I was using. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna play around for a minute. The squiggler brush, there it is. Ew, no, it doesn't read at all. Okay, forget about that. I'm gonna do the lettering traditionally like a normal person. And I'll worry about it later. I'm way overthinking it. Way too thick. I'm gonna have my arm kind of still draped over the side there because I don't want to get it in the way of everything. Poe doing that nice, curious little puppy tilt because it's adorable. So let's see, we've got a few people still watching. If anyone has any questions about anything, don't hesitate to ask. I can answer questions about anything. I can answer, plot questions about the novels. I can answer questions about upcoming storylines in Finding D. I can answer um, movie reviews, so long as the movie's been out for a while. you know, anything that you have a question about. Literally anything, Desi. You're still watching. Silently stalking in the back. Yeah. Momentary snack break. Brought to you by Planters. Watch D eat. Hmm. Sorry, I'm a slow chewer. What's my favorite movie ever? That question is impossible to answer. There's no one favorite movie. There are only favorite movies based on moods, tone, what I'm kind of in the zone for, stuff like that. I can provide a comprehensive list of favorite movies based on my personal history of things that I watch the most often, stuff like that. I have a set number of favorite movies. These are my go-to drop of a hat movies that I've watched over and over again dozens of times throughout my life. If I had to pick a single animated movie, it would be Don Bluth's The Secret of Nim from 1982, I believe. Probably the most formative movie for me animated. Definitely the biggest influence on my graphic novel, The Well Keeper. I absolutely adore that movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is definitely in my top list of all-time favorite movies. That thing is just an amazing movie from beginning to end. Halloween, the original Halloween, is a drop of a hat movie. I watch it a couple of times every year. It's one of the first movies I've ever remember seeing, and I can always watch that. I listen to the soundtrack. The animated Transformers movie. I love that thing. I still love that thing. Watch it all the time. Last Unicorn. Love that movie. Ghostbusters. Right up there. But yeah, there's no one favorite movie because my mood shifts. What I want to watch shifts. There's all kinds of different things. Is she talking? Nope, she's not talking. Oops. He is not talking in that panel. I don't like to have mouths open if the characters aren't talking, and I don't like to have mouths closed if characters are talking. What about you? What's your favorite movie ever, Desi? Interactive questions. Top Gun. Excellent choice. First first VHS that was available for retail sale, memory serves, was Top Gun. I mean, other movies were available for sale for home video before that, but they were all at like store prices. I think Top Gun was the first one that was available for just anyone could buy it, like for 20 something bucks. Generally, I like to keep these at about an hour. I do not think I'm going to make this finished in an hour. Because I'm only on the fourth panel of 6. Will be up to you if I keep going. My loyal viewers. But I may require a snack from downstairs. I may have to call down for Heidi for assistance. Should I keep going? Should I finish the strip on camera? Or leave something for the imagination? As we are at the hour mark. I mean, I'm going to finish at least these 4 panels. Okay, we got 1 vote for me to continue and finish the strip. Did I draw my shirt on pattern here? Yes. You get 1 more vote for me to keep going, and I will keep going. Finish the strip on camera. Thank you, Brian. Okay, we've got 3 official votes for me to continue. 4. Okay. Thank you, Barbara. I'm trying. On that note, then, we're going to need some intervention. Please hold. I'm calling Heidi. See if she answers. I can hear her phone ringing. Hi. So I'm still recording the video. However, I have reached an hour and I've got a bunch of votes for people for me to just keep going. Could you do me 2 really, really, really huge favors, though? So I feel like my blood sugar is getting a little droopy. Could you cut me up an apple into little pieces and then bring me up a fresh water? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Mwah. Bye. Snacks incoming. We have apples downstairs, and I've got blood sugar issues, and I kind of feel like I might be getting a little wobbly, and I'm like, well, I think I'm time for a snack. So I usually have an apple right around now. Peanuts don't really do it for me. They'll provide me my protein. I definitely got the itch to keep going. So you'll watch me eat and draw. Yes, Heidi's bringing up an apple. That's my favorite go-to. We got some really good Honey Crisps. Yeah, I'm using, the software is Clip Studio Paint, and, I love this. I got a set of brushes, from I think it's called Fresdens or Friesdens. There's a link in the last video I did. I can put a link up in this one as well or comment on it later. What's it called? Friendens 800 Clip Studio brushes, 800 plus brushes, and one of them is called, it's called Lando Calibration, and that's what I get these really beautiful thin, thick lines with. I love this brush. I love this brush so much. Forgot the chair actually needs to go there, even though there's the gurgle. And yeah, I just a little bit of pressure, and it goes from, like you can see the really nice feathering that I get just putting down some pressure here. And it's the closest I can get to really what it's like when I'm inking with an actual physical brush. But I can do it so much quicker. If I could do this with an actual brush on paper, but it would take me hours and, well, 5 or 6 hours compared to the 1.5 to 2 hours that the average strip takes me now. Now, like something like Giant Girl, which I use with the same tools, those pages take me, full days to do because those are way more intricate line work than what I do with Finding D. But it's a completely different style. Oh, we have a Poe. We have a Poe and we have a Poe's mama. Thank you very, very, very much.
You're very, very, very welcome. Here is a very, very cold water. I think it's got a chunk of ice in it.
Oh, thank you.
Will you bring the trash down when you come downstairs?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're on camera.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
All right. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go back to my trash television.
Okay. Mm. So what am I drawing here, you may be wondering? Yes, this is the I'm so hungry, Poe has turned into a cheeseburger and Heidi is a slice of pizza joke. I'm doing very, very old jokes here. Sometimes a visual joke is its own reward. But yeah, they had me on. I was on broth for like a month, and then soups for about 4 months after that, before I felt comfortable eating solid food. And even still, like thank Christmas dinner, I overdid it and I was sick for a full day from eating too much. So my pancreas and my stomach are still not 100%. They're at like about 60, 70% on average. So I still got to take them real careful. But I can eat solid food again, like we had pork chops tonight, and I had cauliflower with cheese. Mm. You want my apples, don't you, Poe? Huh? Is that what you want? You want? You gonna get into the shot? Get into the shot? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my God, come on. Just jump on my lap. Oh my God, Poe is not jumping on my lap. He's being crazy. Come here. Okay. Say hello, Poe. Say hi, Poe. He wants that apples like crazy. What's that? Want a little piece of apple? Huh? It's a tiny little piece of. Sit. Sit. And take it nice. Good baby. Okay, look at that. Good boy. He likes apples. I like apples. Mhm. Trying to get some of that bun texture in. So here's cheeseburger head puppy. And hi, Vivi, slice of pizza. I really like pizza. Bailey says, "Hey, Poe." Poe says, "Hey, Bailey." And Poe actually is saying, give me more apples," but these are my apples. Hey, Evie, anthropomorphic pizza slice. Yes, I am aware of where I put the pepperoni slices. No line is by accident. Mm. So since I'm eating, I'm definitely running out of questions to field. So if anyone has anything to ask, feel free because I'm working here. Working. I'm both eating and eating. Now this panel, I actually think I can do a copy paste because so much of that is going to be the same from panel to panel. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a copy paste, drop that in, and just erase the stuff that isn't going to change, or just erase the stuff that is going to change. There is no reason to reinvent the wheel. But in certain cases, it's kind of like an animation gag where some of it is just jokes that are one little thing moves. In that case, it actually serves me to copy some of the lines and just erase the things that need to be redrawn completely. Because here it's literally the same exact frame from before. And just the expression has changed slightly. Because I'm doing one of those looks at the camera gag. So I might be able to get this done in about an hour and a half, which is about my average time. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Istanbul, not Constantinople. What is your idea, Sabrina? I'm curious. Trying to get that kind of pitted burger texture here. As Poe barks and his component burger pieces all kind of flop apart. Because I just think that's a funny visual gag that probably would work better in like an animated sequence, but I'm going to try to pull it off in still drawings. Kind of a Burger Time gag almost. Yeah, it's tricky because it's a very motion-based gag that I'm doing here. The idea is that he's barking and his head's going, "Arf!" and opening up. Just drop the whole piece of apple across the table. Save here and take another bite. And I think I can copy the legs here. Because again, no need to reinvent any wheels. Yep. Ta-da! You're not getting any more of my apple, Poe. Yeah, stop begging. Because I gave him a piece. If I hadn't given him a piece, he would have gone away. Oh, don't you even start whining, Poe. Swear you think we don't feed you. My spoon still? Yeah, okay. Make sure the spoon was actually in my coffee mug there, because it's soup. Well, technically broth. At this point, I was still out just broth. So I'm rounding down to the last panel here of the new strip. This will be running the end of January for anyone who is new to the video here on findingd.com and findingdcomic.com. This would be near the end of the pancreatitis arc. I'm chronicling my adventure in the hospital with pancreatitis. And all the fun that came from that. I was very hungry at this point, which is the gag here. So if anyone has any last questions as we near the end of this strip, feel free to ask. I will do my darndest to answer them. Overlap there. Poe looking over at Mama going, what's up with other Mama? She acted weird. Oh, please. Stop whining. He is sitting down there like this. This is a case where I just decided near the end, I'm like, nah, different expression. That line is always tricky. Yeah, I'm going to give her the Chuck Jones looking at the camera gag. Okay, we've got a strip. Might hit it with some contour lines. I'm not sure. I don't know if it needs it. Don't really make them pop because I kind of like how that's looking. But we've got a finished strip. Hour and a half. Nice visual fun gag. I think it's got some decent cartooning going on, some fun stuff. Hope, as always, hope you enjoyed watching. I'm going to try to keep doing these every Tuesday at 8. This is the night I have to work on new Finding D strips, and hopefully you'll keep coming out and keep watching. And some nights I'll do Finding D's, other nights I may, if I've got, if I feel like I'm comfortable and I'm ahead, and maybe I'll take a break and draw something else. Maybe start taking like, suggestions for other characters, stuff like that. Maybe do a grab bag of things. Just do some fun live drawing, some pieces for the werewolf books, whatever. Tuesday is going to be kind of the free night for that. So I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you again next time. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it again, and I will talk to you all again later. So thank you and good night. And I have to find the button to end the stream. There it is. Haha.